Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to episode 11 of bdaCHAT. Joining me on this week's chat is Mr.
Rob Jarvis, hello.
And we've also got Mr.
David Knowles.
And we've got Miss
Camilla
Smith. Yeah, sorry. So anyway, Think 18 happened last week, and whilst all still being fresh in our minds, we thought we'd just have a quick recap and see what everyone's thoughts are, what their personal takeaways were, their highlights. Anybody want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Highlights for me, there were some really good speakers there. And we had a really good turnout as well. Highlights, Paul and his puppy sticks in my mind. He actually brought his own puppy to the digital, unbelievable. But he did a really good talk on creativity and where ideas come from. I think everyone did really, really well. I think people took a lot from it. And it just seemed, without using that horrible word, it just seemed it was fun. There was lots of laughter. It wasn't too serious. And yeah, I think that everyone did really well.
Yeah, I think, although a very dry subject, Chris Buck's talk on GDPR went down very well. There was an awful lot of questions on that one, wasn't there? Yeah. And I think we have to mention Jordan McDowell from the Co-op.
He was fantastic.
Wasn't he good?
Yeah.
Brought a lot to it, a lot of real life examples of where it's gone right, but also where it's gone wrong for him and for the Co-op. So it was really interesting to hear that. We had other external speakers, a lady called Emma Collins, who sort of started the day off really.
And a great start as well. She was very good.
Yeah, she was really, really very, very good. And then a chap called Matt Beswick also was talking about $1 million dog and having turned down $1 million for an app he created on Facebook some years ago, which took some guts, I think, at the time. For me, the highlight of the day was, and you guys were all great, and your presentations, as was Paul with his puppy at the end, was launching our new brand, corporate identity. Yeah. That was great. Maybe we'll talk about a little bit more about that in a minute. But what about you, chaps?
I think for me, it was just really nice to have such an intimate event. You know, we only invite a handful of people. But it means you get the chance not only just to present, but in between you get the chance to speak to these different companies and people that we work with and really understand how each of the topics that we're talking about on the day affects them. So in between, in the breakouts, we were talking about GDPR and looking at actually those grey areas, because there's so many grey areas for companies, and actually hearing some great examples of where they're confused by it and where they don't know what they're going to do. So we're able just to have those one-on-one chats, whether that was around the creativity, the strategy pieces, the video. It was just really nice. I think that's what everyone felt. You know, a lot of guys said, they go to a lot of paid events, but you don't get that kind of one-on-one where you go around and have a good chat with everyone and get some real insight and expertise. So for me, that was just a nice thing, getting all the feedback and being able to chat to the guys that were there on the day.
What did you think, Lee?
For the first half of it, I was just in a room practicing my and finishing it, to be fair. So a couple of nights, very late nights leading up to that. For the first half, I literally just locked myself away and tried to finish it off. And then we had to sort out some of the technical issues that always pop up at these things. And then I didn't come down to literally after, or a little bit before. So I saw some of Paul's. Unfortunately, I didn't see any of the GDPR. I saw your opening introduction, which was nice, and obviously the new brand. So it was all until I got down there. Until literally, I just couldn't relax until I'd done mine, and then I, like I say, got more involved in it. Enjoyed
it's amazing how much stress you put on yourselves before something like that.
Yeah. That I said to you that whole, didn't I? Once you've finished it, the relief you get from just finishing that presentation is just unreal.
So, Rob, looking at your presentation, there was a lot in it.
Yeah,
innovation. Do you want to give like a 30-second summary of what it was about?
Yeah, well, it was a real whistle-stop tour. I mean, it's a huge topic to cover in a 20-minute slot, but I think what we tried to do, we tried to look at actually 2017 was a massive year of change in technology, in marketing, and what we were trying to do is basically paint that picture of actually, in order for businesses, marketers, agencies to keep up, we need to innovate, we need to change. So it was looking at kind of the drivers behind that, and then some of the new innovations that bda are are going to be working on with our clients. So they're real focused on things like artificial intelligence, machine learning, the different types of realities we're seeing: augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality, and just really how the landscape is changing for business. And we just try to kind of give people enough insight to get them thinking. I think for me, the whole thing was this big anticipation of a new brand launch. We've got a new website coming this week, which I know we'll touch on. And the other thing is, first time we kind of announced to a handful of our customers about bdaCHAT, our innovation hub, where we're going to be running experiments, test and learn, and rapid prototyping, all that next year with new tech, new languages, or I should say this year. I keep saying next year. I still feel like I'm in 2017. So really exciting. That was really what my talk was around.
Yeah. And you, Camilla?
In a nutshell.
Mine was quite hard because I had the graveyard shift at the very end of the day, so it's almost like I didn't focus on anyone else's presentation. Sounds really selfish, didn't it? I did, but it was around strategy, and it's really hard to have 20 minutes to talk about strategy. But what I did do was give everybody almost like a bit of an order that they can follow, like a toolkit, if you like. So how you approach strategy and the things that you need to speak about. So, from customer insights to looking at what your problem areas are, and then building on it using things like SWOT or giant doodles or different kind of methodology to get that killer strategy by the end of it. And then your tactics and how you keep your strategy really agile. So that was mine wrapped up really.
Yeah.
But it's quite a hard topic to talk about in a short period of time. It's something that we usually spend a whole day workshopping with our clients. So just to do it then was a challenge, but fun.
Yes, it was. It was really good.
Yeah.
Lee, yours was energetic, to say the least.
Mine was,
it always is.
Mine was about video, interactive video, which, it was more just a case of how to create fun and engaging videos, and stop loads of this, dare I say it, waffly videos that just don't appeal to anybody. I think people just don't realise that, yes, everybody wants a video, the power of video marketing is massive, but unless you actually put some real thought and consideration into actually what you want to try and achieve, nobody really looks at it from the point of the viewer. And so I was trying to say, look at it from their perspective. What do they want to get out of it? Why should they watch it? And then some ended on some top 2017 top 10 viral hits of last year.
And for me, this bit was genius. This bit was that top 10 countdown. When people get the chance to go online and watch these, you've got to see that, because that for me just had everyone going, and it was so interesting to see what those top 10 videos were.
I don't think in retrospect, I sort of paused on the masked Oyster Man for long enough. I don't think anyone got.
I'm not sure whether you did, or whether you needed to pause on it any longer, because it was so.
And you had a really good presenter voice, by the way, as well. Your countdown, your presenter voice was brilliant.
We're going from 10 down to 1.
It was
last
really
orders at the bar.
So that was that, and
it was very good. Yeah,
Did you get
because
your
the
face?
theme for the day was change and evolution, really, wasn't it? Which was then tying into the launch of our new
Absolutely.
ID, our new brand.
Yeah.
And
Our
strap
identity,
line.
our strapline, what we stand for as an agency. Dare to be different.
Absolutely. So it's about creativity, going back to what an agency should be, certainly in our eyes, which is about being creative and coming up with ideas and challenging people, inspiring people, getting people to a point where they say, yeah, you've nailed it.
Yeah, and I think all of our talks fed into that really well. So the main theme was almost, yes, it was about change, but it was about daring to be different. It was about doing something, being brave, and these are all buzzwords that we hear in the industry so often. But actually, the new branding ties in with that positioning of us and how we feel, how our work is and what we want to do for our clients as well.
Absolutely. The new logo is totally flexible in the way that we've been put it together, so it can be ultimately very creative in its execution.
And the same with the website as well.
Exactly.
It's very fluid.
Yeah, I think flexibility and fluidity are the key words here, and I think I'm so excited about the website. I was so excited about this brand launch, and the doors it opens as a online piece, as a website to really push the boundaries and stand out.
So are we aiming for this week for the launch?
Yep.
Of the website?
Yep, by the end of this week. Aiming for Thursday, but yes, we will have a new website going live.
Lovely.
And there'll be an announcement on social media and all the other platforms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Yes.
And then
Social
the idea with all
media.
the presentations, etc., from our Think 2018 is to put those all up there as well, all the video content, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll have them for Thursday. I'm hoping we'll have them for Thursday.
But they will go up there.
They will be up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see.
But suffice to say, it was a really good day.
Fantastic day.
I kind of want to do it again. It's that buzz that you get from it.
Yeah,
It took up most of January in your mind, you know, and to do it again would be great.
I think it's the space it leaves behind that I find the most.
The space, yeah. You kind of like, I don't know.
You get used to carrying that.
Yeah.
And then once you have to put it down, it's like, yay. And
You feel oddly free.
And
You're
then
like,
now what do I do?
However, we will be doing Think 2019, no doubt. So,
and we had lots of really good feedback
Absolutely,
from our
yeah.
customers who were there. So what that will morph into, question mark.
Definitely.
You know, is that still an event in a space or who knows? So we need to talk through all that, which is cool.
Absolutely. And I think some of the things that people really enjoyed, just very finally, you know, was with the activations in the breaks.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
Oculus
Oculus
Rift
Rift was
and
brilliant.
HoloLens.
Yeah, getting your hands on virtual reality, seeing people fall over and crash into TVs. No.
We had
were catching them.
screams, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a few screams, but no, fantastic. And, you know, like the Holotech, people haven't had the chance to get their hands on that. And again, I think people were just, appreciative and excited to have a go with it, which was great.
Yeah, they're good fun, I think.
Yeah.
Is they're good fun at the moment.
Yeah.
Where they will go, what they'll be used for in the future. Not 100% sure at the moment, but there definitely will be applications.
Completely.
Well, I think VR's more game based.
Great for entertainment.
I think HoloLens has got more of a chance in terms of
For business application and marketing applications. So but again, that's where we're going to be experimenting in our innovation lab and keeping anyone who's listening or watching on the website informed with where we believe those technologies are going and how they can be utilised by businesses.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Is there an external resource for that? Or is that just going to go on our actual website?
No, we'll go on the actual website in the thinking area without giving too much away.
Fantastic.
Lovely stuff. So keep your eyes peeled on social media for the launch of the new website. Our new Think 18 videos will eventually be on there, hopefully this week. We're hoping to get them out this week. So lots of stuff going on Thinkbda at the moment. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Just for this week.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Camilla.
you.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. And we'll
Have a
see
great
you.
weekend.
Yes.
I suppose. Yeah, sorry, it's Monday.
That threw everyone completely.
Is it Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah! Have a great weekend if you're watching this or viewing this on a Friday or even on a Thursday. Because by that point, the hump's over and you can start working into that weekend. If you're not, and if you're watching at the back end,
Bad luck.
bad luck. Stay strong, stay fresh. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.